What's up, guys? It has officially been 3 weeks since I started daily driving this Z, and I really do mean daily driving it. I drive this car like 2 to 3 times a day, except for the weekends. Sometimes I don't drive it on Saturdays because I'm just at home doing nothing except for working on the car, of course. So I pull it into the garage where it's nice and cool to work on. But I just wanted to go over basically what I found in those 3 weeks, what I need to work on in order to get this car 100% roadworthy, and just little upgrades that are going to be coming. So I've had a small problem with coolant leaking out of the top place right here and then underneath right there. It could be because this is an eBay radiator. It was $150 for the radiator plus the fans, so super cheap. It was a really good deal. It's a dual row aluminum, so it is a little bit better than a stock radiator. If you can see down there, I've lost a little bit of coolant. But it's not really too bad. This has been 3 weeks and it's barely down just a little bit. I'm going to fill it up and everything, and I'm going to tighten up these. I tightened up this one and it seems to be stopped leaking, and then I noticed that that one down there was leaking, so I'm going to go ahead and give that one a tighten as well. But then we should be all good on the coolant front. It's not like it's just gushing everywhere. And having that aluminum under tray to show me where everything is leaking, I can see all my leaks. You can see it used to be leaking right there. It's not anymore. Fix that one. Used to be leaking over here. It's not anymore. Fix that one. So that's a good reason to get an aluminum under tray so that you can see what is dripping. But other than that, the only real problems that I've had, my power steering has been leaking a little bit. I put in some of the Lucas power steering stop leak, and it pretty much runs straight on that now because I think it leaked the rest of everything else out. But it's been running on the stop leak for, I want to say 3 or 4 months now, and it has finally stopped lowering its reservoir level, especially after 3 weeks of daily driving it. You can still see there's some in there, and I've got a tiny little bit more on the shelf. I'll go ahead and dump it in just to bring it back up to the min-max. But the biggest problem that I've had with this car that I didn't figure out until a few days ago, guys, so I drove it down about 80 miles to my school. If you guys don't know, I go to school in a different city than I live in. So I drive down to school every week, and then I drive back up to my hometown every weekend in order to go to work here because I have a job here. I know, look at me, responsible. I gotta pay for this somehow. But I drive 80 miles down, 80 miles back every single week. And after the first week, I checked all the fluids. I've checked my brake, I've checked my clutch, I checked the coolant, I checked the oil, and everything looked good. I was real happy with it. But then I forgot to check it last week, and then during this week, I noticed it was having trouble building oil pressure, and it had kind of a weird sound when I would turn it on at first. And that is, if you guys don't know, I have a mechanical oil pressure gauge, so it's not one of the wonky stock ones. It is actual oil pressure. So I went ahead and checked my oil, and the dipstick was dry, guys. It took about 2 quarts of oil to fill this up. If you guys don't know, NA engines have 4-quart capacities, so it was 50% low, which is definitely not good. But thankfully, I was only driving it in town, which I was driving maybe a total of 5 miles the entire week, because it's a small town, guys. It doesn't really go that far. But you don't want your engine to be low on oil, so I went ahead and picked up some oil, filled it up. I was talking to a couple guys on the Facebook groups, and they seem to think that the real reason for it burning oil, it's either the piston rings or the valve seals. And if you have a turbo, it could be the turbo as well. I don't have a turbo. This is naturally aspirated, so it's either the piston rings or the valve seals. And I've done a compression test. It came out fine. I don't have any problems with any head gasket leaks, so I'm pretty sure it doesn't have a head gasket problem as well. So that just leaves the valve seals, which, you know, this car, it sat for a really long time. I'm sure it got pretty dry up on those seals. I'm sure they're pretty ready to just yeet off and just kill themselves. So what I went ahead and did is I bought some bars stop leak. I got the rear main seal stuff because that's all AutoZone had at the time, and I don't want to be driving this with burning too much oil. Of course, I'm going to be checking it quite regularly now. But the Bars is a really good brand at stopping leaks. If you have rear main seal or valve cover gaskets, they do a really good job. They also make a specific valve seal stop leak, which I went ahead and ordered. I had to order on eBay. AutoZone didn't have it in stock because really not a lot of people would think about that for their cars. But they do offer a valve seal, so I went ahead and bought that, and my plan is just to go ahead and leave this in until the valve seal comes in, and then I'm going to do a big old oil change. I've got some really nice premium Pennzoil Ultra Platinum. I know you guys will probably roast me for using Pennzoil. I kind of like it though, but this is the Ultra Platinum stuff. This is their highest grade full synthetic. And we can get into the debate between conventional and full synthetic. I'll just say synthetic works on old car engines. If you have a leak or if you're burning oil, it was going to do that anyways. It's just, you're just emphasizing the problem a little bit with the synthetic. But synthetic, that's what I run in my car because it's the best. It's going to last the longest, and it's going to hold up to the temperatures in the engine better. So that's what I recommend on anybody's car. I don't care if you have it turbocharged or not. Full synthetic is what I always go with. But anyways, I'm going to do an oil change with that. I'm going to get it all taken care of. And hopefully it won't leak too much oil, and I'll just top it up every once in a while until I can rebuild the heads. I'm eventually going to do the turbo swap, so that'd be a great time to do it. Pull the heads, do new head gaskets, maybe new cams inside the actual heads themselves, and put on the turbo manifold all at the same time. I do want to keep the AC. This has been something I've been fighting with, so I do want to keep that. So I'm not going to do the relocation, so I'm going to stick it down in the stock location. But other than that, guys, it's been a real reliable daily driver. I haven't had any problems with it other than burning the oil, and all my fuel lines have been doing great, my air lines, vacuum lines. I've been working on trying to get my AC working. If you guys, I don't think I told you guys, I accidentally loosened one of the bolts and it leaked out a bunch of the R12. Sorry, Ozone. But I went ahead and tried to I sucked it all out with a vacuum, and then I put new stuff in, and it blew the high pressure line. So unfortunately I had to get a new one of those. I got a new one, it's installed, but I don't have any more refrigerant at the moment, and it's getting cold enough now I don't really need it. So I'm just going to kind of wait on that for a little bit longer. I do think my HVAC is a little messed up. If you guys don't remember, it's vacuum controlled. A little bit of this and a little bit of the manifold. So I think I have a little problem in there. It's not switching one of the doors or something, but I'm going to be looking into that in the near future too as well. But that's pretty much it, guys. That's going to be the total of this video. It's pretty much just it's burning oil, which sucks, but other than that, not a big problem. I did have my transmission leaking a little bit out of the reverse light sensor, so I went ahead and picked up some of this Permatex. This is a thread sealant, and it works for oil and high temperature. Let me go right there, guys, if you want to get some of this. This is some really good stuff, and it worked really well. It's not leaking anymore. And I went ahead and put some more of my Redline MT90 in there just to top it back up again. But there you go, guys. If you have any questions about this video, if you have any questions about my build, or you just have any questions about your build, go ahead and drop a comment down below, or you can go to thezgarage.net and fill out a contact form there, and I can talk to you through email, or just email me at thezgarageco@gmail.com. But there you go, guys. Go ahead and check out the store on my website as well. I've got those center console cup holders. I've got them pre-made now. No more waiting a week to get them. So if you order one, I will be able to get it in the mail in a day or two for you and sent out. But there you go, guys. I hope that this was a cool video for you just to see what it's like, the problems of daily driving and what to look out for on your Z. And I wish all you guys good luck with your builds. I'm probably going to be doing some of the block off stuff in the near future here, because I don't need emissions anymore. But other than that, I hope you guys have a great day, and I will see you next time.